Y'all know who Superman is. Man is still probably my favorite superhero movie, or at least one of them. Now I realize they was playing in our face the whole time. If you remember Superman's real name, it was like Kal-El. His father's name was Jor-El. Their names ended with L. Who else does that remind you of? It reminds you of names of angels. Michael, Gabriel, Raphael. Now, of course, I've known they tell us things in movies for decades. They reveal secrets in the form of entertainment. They've been doing that all of my life. But this is something I hadn't considered and something I hadn't heard before. What if this movie is about one of the fallen angels that realized they were wrong and are trying to help us? That maybe it's only one, I don't know how many, one or a few of the fallen angels have come here and realized their rebellion was wrong. So now, instead of being against us, they're trying to help us. But how does this tie into my entire theory about fallen angels in the first place? This is what I think happened. Christ came to the angels and said, look, I'm about to make humans. And Lucifer, I'll just call him Lucifer because that's really not his name. Let's just say Satan. And Satan was like, oh, word, like, they gonna be our slaves? And God was like, nah, they not gonna be slaves. I'm gonna give them the freedom to decide if they want to obey me. And Satan was just like, nah, that's not a good idea. They're going to disobey you. And God was basically like, look, I don't care. I want them to have freedom. I want them to decide if they're going to love me or not. I want them to decide if they're going to love each other or not. I'm not going to force them. And Satan was just like, nah, yo, I don't think that's a good idea. And the third of the angels agreed with Satan. This had nothing to do with Satan wanting to be God. This was about Satan disagreeing with God because he didn't have the foresight that God had. At least not the complete foresight, because Satan was right about humans going to disobey and disrespect and be disobedient towards God. This is primarily the main reason the fallen angels hate us, because they knew that they were right about us and God still gave us a pass. So now they've dedicated their existence to proving to God, like, yo, look, I told you. They think that if they prove to God that they were right, He'll forgive them. That's why they keep deceiving us to do dirty and filthy things, to live perverted lifestyles. That's why they do that. I think Superman is about one of those angels coming to a realization